Hello, awesome people. InfoSec Gurung here, and we are gonna resume our building a text editor in C project, and this would be step 5. Okay, and this step 5, we will be turning off echoing. Okay, and let's go through this theory first. We can set a terminal's attributes by first using tc get attr function, and I read this as a tc get attribute function. Okay, to read the current attributes into a struct, which is a structure, then modifying the structure by hand, which means we'll manually type code for it. Okay, and then we'll be passing the modified structure to tc set attr, which is set attribute. Okay, I think, to write the new terminal attributes back out. Okay, so that means we're we're storing the current terminal attributes into a structure, and then we are modifying this structure by hand, means by code, and then we'll be passing a function which is set attribute, and then we'll be changing the attributes of the terminal. Attribute simply means how the terminal is right now. Okay, for example, if you see like this green color, this is one of the attributes of this terminal. Okay, and in some of the like Linux terminal, okay, what you generally see here written in kilo would be something like the whole path of the directory. Fine, so this here written would be something like wait, and let's suppose, yeah, so this is how it would be there in some of the terminals out there in the Linux distribution. So I just wanted to say what terminal attributes mean. Okay, now let's just add this in our code, and we'll see it step by step what happens. Okay, cool. Okay, so we're adding a new header file called termios.h, and then we are creating a function called enable raw mode. Oops. Okay, and it has no function arguments. Okay, then there is a structure which we're defining, termios. The name is raw, and okay, then there is tc get attribute function, which is taking input as standard input, that is input from the terminal itself, into the struct raw. Okay, then there is some flag, cl flag, L flag, and we are having an ampersand is equal to echo. Fine, and yeah, then we are setting the attributes attr. Okay, wait, yeah, then we are setting the attributes of the terminal manually, stdin file, and DCFlush, comma ampersand raw. Fine, and then in the main function, what we're doing is we're enabling raw mode before anything starts, and by starts I mean like before this code executes, we'll be having our raw mode enabled. Okay, Okay, so struct terminus, tc get attribute, set attribute, echo tc, this all comes from terminus.h header file. Now the echo feature causes each key you type to be printed to the terminal. Yeah, that means suppose right now whatever I'm typing is there enabled. I mean, we can see it right in the terminal, but this is useful in canonical mode and not in the raw mode. So we turn it off, and you may be familiar with this mode if you've ever had to type a password at the terminal when using sudo, for example. Okay, now let's suppose in order to see raw mode, like sorry, not raw mode, but like the echo feature, okay, when it is disabled, here you can see that I am typing something, okay, but it's not being visible there. That means right now the echo mode is disabled. Fine, so this you can't say it. Okay, this is after we compile and run kilo. Okay, so terminal attributes can be read into terminal structure by tc get attribute. Then after modifying them, you can apply them using the function tc set attribute. Okay, and in tc set attribute we have DCFlush. Okay, and this argument specifies when to apply the change. In this case, it waits for all the pending output to be returned to the terminal, and then also discards any input that hasn't been read. Okay, so this would just mean, let's make our kilo. Okay, and let's type ast. Okay, there's nothing there. Cool, so this is what we wanted. Fine. Yeah, so let's just run it once again. Okay, just a minute. Oh, whatever I want to type is not visible. Cool, so this would actually happen. Okay, depending on your shell, you may find your terminal is still not echoing what you type. Yeah, it was listening what I was typing because it executed the clear command. Just press Ctrl C or reset, or else just bring up the new terminal. Fine. Okay, now that we have that, I found this documentation of IBM. So echo enables echo mode. Then let's just go here to my notes. Okay, this is from the man pages. Fine, so if you just type man 3p tc get attribute, so this is what you get. Fine. Okay, so the basic syntax is int fill des, which is just a file descriptor, and then structure terminus, fine, which is referenced by our terminus p, which is our pointer. Okay, so this is a structure pointer. Sorry, a pointer to a structure. Okay, now shall get the attributes of the parameters associated with the terminal referred to by the file descriptor and store them in the terminus structure referenced by terminus p. Now in my previous videos I told about our file descriptors. Fine, so right here file stdin file no is our file descriptor, which the numerical value is 0. Fine. Now tc get attribute, I think we understood it, and tc set attribute sets the parameters associated with the terminal from the terminus structure referred to by terminus p. Okay, that's fine. This is just another fact I found, which is that maximum line length which a terminal can take in for input is 4096 characters. Fine. Okay, so this is again from the man pages itself. Echo input characters and DCFlush. The change occurs after all output returned to the object referred by the file descriptor has been transmitted, and all the input that has been received but not read will be discarded before the change is made. Okay, that's fine. Cool. Now some theory. This is fine. Okay. You can also read this blog post which I just found. Okay. About Termios and whatever flags are there. Okay, and their bits as well. Okay, so you'll understand more about it. So echo in CL flag controls whether input is immediately re-echoed as output or not. And so when password prompts for your password, your terminal is in canonical mode but echo is disabled. Like whenever you type sudo and whenever your terminal asks for a password, that's the same thing. Fine. And yeah, this is quite a good blog post. I should just read it after finish recording. Okay, and let's read further. The CL flag field is for local flags, and a comment in Mac OS S Termios.h describes it as a dumping ground for other state. Now I read here like briefly, and yeah, the CL flag is perhaps the most interesting of the flag values. It contains flag that controls the broad scale behavior of the TTY, which is our terminal, and yeah, so perhaps it should be thought of as a miscellaneous flags, and the other flag fields which we will be seeing later in Kilo is CI flag, which is the input flag, then the output flag, then the control flag. Okay, yeah, all of which we will have to modify to enable raw mode. So this would be coming in the later steps. Okay, so echo is a bit flag here, which is defined as 000, and at the end there is a 1 from the right. So fourth from the right there is a 1, and this is a binary number. Fine. Now if we pass this binary number to the bitwise NOT operator, which is the tilde, then all the bits will be flipped, and hence resulting in wherever there was 0 there would be 1, and wherever there is 1 there would be 0. We then bitwise AND this value with the flag field, which forces the fourth bit to the flags to become 0. That means this, and yeah, so this is low level stuff, and we'll be quite looking at flipping bits like this in C. So yeah, that so we'll be assuming that the CL flag is 1, because here it says that whatever value we'll be having at the end. Okay, so this is the value which we'll be having, and here it means that it forces the fourth bit to be 0. Okay, and having an ampersand, this ampersand is the AND operator, tilde is the NOT operator. Okay, so this is it for this step, and we can just go and check out our Kilo, how it works. Oops. Okay, so when we type, like, suppose AST and press enter, that's fine, it's executing, I think. Then we press Q and then we press enter, and see, it has come out of our while loop. Okay, this while loop, and yeah, but still if you actually see that nothing is working. Fine, and I press enter. Okay, now I press now I want to execute, let's say, the command clear, CLEAR. You can't see, but that's fine, and even I can't see. and we press enter, and it's actually executing. Let's press reset. Okay, and yeah, that works. Fine. So if you actually see that anything works, like let's suppose I want to type ASTQCLEAR. Okay, so here you see that our terminal output got cleared because I typed so I typed Q ASTQCLEAR, which means that ASD was read by our read function. Then when it met with Q, this came out of the loop, and then our terminal executed the clear function, the clear command. Okay, and yeah, so that's it for this video.